Our number 2 qualifier with 84 X's, fresh off his Lancaster victory. He's the current FIDA field champion. He's the guy on the stairs and the NFAA Shooter of the Year 7 times in a row, Jesse the Freak Show Broadwater. Coming in at an amazing third place with 83 X's, a stunning crossover shooter from the 3D world. This guy is a 6-time ASA Shooter of the Year, a 6-time 3D world champion. It's the current indoor national champion, Levi the Manimal Morgan. Qualifying fourth with 81 X's, the reigning indoor world champion. He's the current NEAM European indoor champion, 2-time Vegas champion, Rio Wild. Standing in fifth with 80 X's, he's a 2-time national champion, winning a car at the Yankton Classic. Multiple-time Missouri State and Regional Champion, Richard Potter. In sixth place with 79 X's, he's an ASA known 50 champion. He's been in the Vegas Shootoff 4 times and a former NFAA Indoor National Champion, Jacob Phillips. In seventh place with 76 X's, the second time in a row for the Vegas Shootoff, tied for first in Reading last year, took second in the Kansas City Shootout. It's the Bassmaster, Henry Bass. Landing in the 8th spot with 75 X's, a former NFAA Outdoor National Champion, past amateur Vegas champion. It's his second Vegas Shootoff, Rob Morgan. Landing in 9th with 70 X's, he's the current world archery outdoor record holder at 1419. He's a NEAM silver medalist, a multiple World Cup medalist, 6-time European champion, Peter Elzinga. Rounding out the top 10 with 69 X's, reigning World Games gold medalist, World Field silver medalist, 3-time U.S. National Field Team member, Kevin K-Dub Wilkie. Our final qualifier of 900s with 68 X's, former indoor national champion, runner-up at last year's outdoor national championships. His third Vegas Shootoff in a row, it's Kendall the Bulldog Woody. And finally, cut from a field of 25 shooters who shot an amazing 899, recently finishing 4th in NEAM, a World Cup team member from Norway, the Lucky Dog, Njol Olmos. Gentlemen, please approach the line. Find your name on the bail. Place a target. As a reminder, this shoot-off is one practice end, followed by end-by-end sudden death. A maximum of 2 ends will be shot using regular scoring, and then only the X-ring scores 10 points until the tie is broken. After each end, the highest score will continue in the shoot-off. Welcome again here to the South Point Hotel and Casino. My name is Chuck Cooley. This is George Riles. This is going to be big. There's a lot of money riding on this.
There is a ton of money riding on this. Not that these guys care about the money. They just want to be the Vegas champion.
Somebody wants a belt buckle, I heard.
Yeah, for show.
For show. Well, when you start talking about the contingency money, arrow by arrow here that's out on the floor, I mean, the posted money is huge. It's $25,000 if you're a professional archer.
Yeah, that's big. This prize pot keeps getting bigger and bigger. I remember, a lot of years ago, you'd win Vegas, you'd get $1,000, $1,200. It's just crazy how the prize pot's gotten up this year.
These guys are out here making a career, and it looks like they're just about ready. Gentlemen, please take the line for your first end. Well, everybody got it done through practice there. You can tell by looking at the arrows, there's definitely some nerves. Some of those are absolute center punches. Some of the guys looking around the edges just a little bit. I just took a look in the book. $55,000 is the total purse in the championship freestyle men's division. And now if you look off to the side here, you can see the T-shirt cannon. You may want to dial that one back a little, fellas. Or see if you can hook Bruce's belt to it, maybe, would be cool. Boom. When's the last time you saw an event like this in Vegas, George, that didn't cost you $1?
Hey, this is awesome. I need one of those T-shirts. Over here.
Over here in the booth with a T-shirt. See if you... No, don't take out the camera, man. Oh, he hung it up. Uh-oh. There's a $10,000 fine, Bruce. All right, the gentlemen are ready to take the line here for their first end of scoring. Remember, this is traditional scoring. And it looks like everybody's clean through the first end. There's definitely a couple of edgy ones down there.
Yeah, I see Jacob Phelps has got one that looks a little close.
Chance
Everybody else
Bobeth
looks
had one
pretty
out there.
strong.
Hung it, though. Looks good, though. Hey, so tell us a little bit about Chance Bobeth here.
You know, Chance is working on a pretty interesting project right now. It's called Bow Junkie. You can find him at bowjunkie.com. He's trying really hard to kind of raise awareness of tournament archery and promote tournament archery as a sport through that. You can find all kinds of really cool online videos of the pros just kind of doing their thing. It's really cool.
Some background tournament preparation. Now, Chance Bobeth shoots for PSE and Gold Tip. Scott, CBE.
Chance also killed a big elk this year in Montana. However, Emily killed a Boone and Crockett whitetail.
She crushed that elk with his whitetail, or with her whitetail. Let me
Yes,
tell you, I
she
saw a
did.
picture of that thing. And a good tie there on target 139. Yeah, there's definitely a couple of edgy ones down there. So glamour. She definitely knows how to shoot paper and anything with a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, she's a good shooter.
Let's see, as we move to the next target here. And another tie on that, Bill. Levi, he's a brand new daddy. He's got a 6-month-old little baby, Landon Morgan. Everybody, Landon didn't make the trip. He was not feeling quite as well as he should, but it seems that distraction of being a daddy hasn't bothered him one bit.
No, not at all. Levi is a pretty busy guy. He's got Name the Game TV. You can catch that on the Sportsman's Channel.
I've seen that. That's a pretty great show. He had a show the year before that as well. And now you get Levi on the road on the ASA, 28 individual wins on the ASA Tour.
Yeah,
Let's listen to the score here from Bruce Cull.
That's going to be it for
Bruce
Jacob
Cull,
Phelps.
please go back one page. What Bruce Cull meant to say there was that Levi Morgan and Rio Wild are tied. They're paired up on bail number 140. Rio, he's on Facebook as well quite a bit. You can catch him on Facebook.com, Rio Wild. There's an E on the end of that name.
He also has a pretty good website, too, riowild.com.
Little known fact about Rio, he actually tried to get in the Olympics in 2000, didn't he?
He did. He actually did pretty good, too. He did really well with the recurve and went straight back to the compound after the Olympics was decided in 2000.
No, I know you teach quite a bit of recurve. That, standing by for a score. Those guys tied up as well. Like I was saying with a recurve, that's quite a challenge for him to take some time off of the compound and go to the recurve. Do you think it'd help his compound game?
You know, I don't know for sure because I've never tried that for myself, but I could imagine that the strength that you need to shoot recurve could help with a compound quite a bit.
Yeah, it's quite a discipline.
Everybody show your love for Jacob Phelps. He's currently at 29.
Before Jacob has to leave the floor. Of course, again, Jacob Phelps, he's an ASA known 50 champion. He shoots for Scott Archery. Also shoots for Hoyt, Easton, Fuse, CBE, America's Best Bowstrings. Shoots out of Bear Creek Archery in Norton, Virginia.
His
And it's tied up for the rest of the shooters. Gentlemen, as soon as you're ready, please approach the line. And it looks like the drama on this particular end is going to be at the Kendall Woody target. He's definitely got one that's very close there, George.
I hear from the floor that one is possibly out.
Everybody else looking incredibly good, really. Nothing really, there's a couple of edgy ones, but by and large, the guys are really putting them down the middle. Let's talk about Kendall Woody for a second. Kendall Woody is an industrial electrician for a really large printing company back east.
He says that's like the largest printing company in the world.
Yeah, he's told me that the printing presses that are there are 4 stories tall and twice as long as a Greyhound bus.
Wow, I can't imagine what they would print on that. It must be some kind of
A lot of calendars, a lot of catalogs, he says.
You got that right.
Definitely donates his time in his local area. He's a club president. He's also in the NFAA professional division. He is the representative for his section. He represents 7 states as the professional chairman there.
Yeah, Kendall does a lot of work in his local area for archery.
Standing by for scores here. Boy, you can tell Kendall Woody sure is a crowd favorite, man. He wears that Matthews Axel Easton shirt proud.
Yep.
Both archers advance on target 139. Chance and Jesse moving forward.
Yeah, those two guys are doing pretty good. Their arrows are looking really solid.
If you're familiar with field archery, George, you know that we shoot a pile of arrows every single day. It's 28 targets, 4 arrows per target. Last year at Outdoor Nationals in Pennsylvania, Kendall Woody shot a stunning 94 X's on a field round.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely pounds. Who else can we talk about here tonight? And another tie, both archers moving forward. Let's talk about Jesse Broadwater. He has won the last 7 outdoor national titles in a row.
I can't even imagine.
That's why they call him the Freak Show.
Yeah.
And how many,
Aptly
he
named.
runs 560s back to back on those events. And another score?
I first saw Jesse Broadwater as a field shooter. He was about 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He was shooting a bow by a company that I worked for, and I was taking pictures of him back then, knowing that he was going to be awesome.
But he was just going to dominate you one of these days. Now he's got a pretty good back injury this weekend. We Thursday night we didn't think he was actually going to make it. He had made a phone call and said he hurt himself, was in the hospital, wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, apparently he went to his chiropractor, and they assured him that shooting wasn't going to do any permanent injury.
And a score here from Bruce Cull. And those two archers on target 142 also moving forward. Now Jesse, he wasn't doing anything kind of construction related. He was just playing with one of the girls at the house, threw his back out.
Yeah, doesn't he know you can't pick your kids up during indoor season?
No, I don't think he got that memo. Now tell us about the project that Jesse is working on. It's a really cool project called Aptitune. He's working on it with Olympian Jake Kaminsky. It's tell us about the app and what's loaded real
It's
quick.
an app that's available in the App Store for...
got to take a pause. Got a score here from Bruce Cull. And again, those two archers on target 143 moving ahead.
Yeah, that app is available in the App Store, and it's loaded with compound tuning advice, recurve tuning advice, and it's a really cool project that they're trying to get started.
And that's supposed to be launching here within the next couple of weeks, I guess, right?
I believe so.
And it's called Aptitune, Aptitune, for those of you taking notes at home. Jake Kaminsky and Jesse Broadwater working on that project. Now, we asked him about practice. What did he tell you?
Jesse said when he's leading up to tournaments, or he's getting pretty close to tournaments, he shoots about 400 arrows a week. And when he gets close, he kind of ramps up the practice and intensifies, and then right before the event, he takes a break.
Give his muscles and his body and his brain a break. Looks like Bruce Cull is getting ready to announce a score here. Bruce, what do we have on target 144? And Kendall Woody will not be advancing. Everybody, please show your love for the Bulldog, Kendall Woody. He's definitely a crowd favorite. Kendall Woody proudly represents Matthews Archery, Axel Sights, Easton Arrows, True Ball Release. Kendall, give your fans a wave, buddy. I know it breaks your heart. Also representing AAE Veins. Let's see, who changed their target for this end? Looks like everybody across the board is putting up a new face to go to the inner or the X as a 10 scoring. This is where it's going to happen quick, George. If the nerves are going to set in, hopefully you've got them settled.
This gets pretty tough when they go down to inner X's. Traditionally, this lasts about 3 ends. I've seen it last once for 4 ends.
Yep. So this, we should know this pretty quick. Gentlemen to the line. Judges, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, there are a bunch of really close arrows down there. This could be a stunning end. Let's talk real quick about Kevin Wilkie as he makes his way down there. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that Kevin Wilkie from Team Hoyt is on crutches. George, what happened?
You know, Kevin had a total wreck on his dirt bike, broke his femur.
Yep.
So he has become the first pioneer in getting sponsors from the medical field.
Yes.
Yeah, he is sponsored by Dr. Peter Larkham and Muscle Milk, IMC Medical, and most of all, supported by Guardian Crutches.
And they've supplied him with a titanium hip leveling device, I understood. They put something in there to help him on uneven ground.
Yeah, there's a little torque screw. You know, if he's holding a little low, it just gives it a crank and, you know, picks it right up. Yeah. He's also sponsored by Big Cat.
And our first score, Bruce Cull.
That'll be it for Chance Bobeff.
That'll be it for Chance. What a tough loss for Chance. He was here in the shoot-off head-to-head against Jesse last year.
Yeah, he went all the way to the end. That was a great match.
10 years in a row this guy got the shoot-off. So Kevin, when he's not racing dirt bikes and turning into scrap metal, he's a hunter as well.
Big backcountry bow hunter. Kevin killed a mess, a huge mule deer and elk.
And another score coming in from Bruce Cull. And another one goes down. I want to give a really big recognition to Chance Bobeff. Chance shoots for PSE Archery. He's also supported by Gold Tip Arrows, Scott Archery, CBE. Huge big fans of his. He does an awful lot for the archery community. Levi Morgan. Oh, another score coming in. And Richard Potter, another PSE shooter, falls by the wayside. Levi Morgan, of course, hugely supported by Matthews Archery. Also another gold tip shooter. Seem to be pretty dominant out here. Of course, Rio running Easton Arrows. I believe Jesse's running those as well. And another score coming in. And two more fall by the wayside. Henry Bass, obviously supported by Matthews. Rob, supported by Hoyt Archery Products. And if you look up on the big screen, you can see the love for the archers getting hugs back and forth from their fellow competitors. There's Emmy giving Chance a big hug. Both of them obviously pretty sad. Henry Bass is also out. Another score coming in from Bruce Cull. Kevin needs to put a twist in the hip torque converter. Says an awful lot for a guy who broke a femur only 6 weeks ago, makes the shoot-off in the largest indoor tournament in the country, and makes it through.
That's going to be it for the lucky dog there.
And
he
the
had a
lucky
pretty good
dog
run.
is out of the race. So it looks like we're down to 3 archers. This could go very, very quickly here. Rio Wild, past Vegas winner. Jesse Broadwater, also a past Vegas winner. Peter Elzinga. This would be his first Vegas win. Of course, you watched Peter last night in the World Cup Indoor Finals. Pretty solid shoot-off that he had. Archers to the line. Archers, please hold the line. They are going to restart the clock. Stand by. Wow, what a shoot-off.
Jesse Broadwater, Rio Wild are still in. Looks like Peter Elzinga's got one a little high and he's just out.
So in a minute here, the Archers will be resetting their targets to the center, but Peter Elzinga, he has a pro shop, Elzinga Archery, does a huge kids program. Seen an awful lot of tremendous growth from all the archery in the movies. And Peter also belongs to one of the biggest clubs in Holland with 250 members.
Peter's also a newlywed. His new wife's name is Vanessa.
I think he had a message for Vanessa, didn't he, that he wanted you to pass along?
Vanessa, if you're listening, Peter said he loves you. He'll be home soon.
As we get the official score from Bruce Cull for Rio Wild. Congratulations. So it looks like it'll be Hoyt versus Hoyt. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that I remind you, if there is a declared winner, please do not rush the floor. This is a produced event. We do have cameras recording. We do need to have an award ceremony.
And it's official.
And it's official. Peter Elzinga will take third at this year's Vegas shoot.
Peter Elzinga is a Easton shooter. Down to Hoyt finals.
You know, there's 2 wins this year. It's going to be 3 wins. It's going to be pretty elite.
Yeah, definitely. Jesse is sitting at 2. Rio is sitting at 2. They will join Chance Bobeth.
Chance Bobeth with 3 wins.
Has 3 wins.
And now Erica Jones, who also has 3 wins.
And there's only a couple of other guys in the world that have 3 wins. Terry Ragsdale, Jeff Rogers.
This is a pretty elite group to be in. There's definitely a lot of pressure on these guys. You have an interesting story about Rio's kids stowing away in the luggage?
Yeah, I caught a picture on Facebook while Rio was preparing to come to Vegas, and both of his kids were in his carry-on bag.
I know he doesn't like to leave the girls behind, and neither does Jesse. Both very excellent family men. When you're ready, archers, please take the line.
That's a 10-10-10. Rio is the winner.
Rio Wild. Rio Wild wins the Vegas shoot. Jesse Broadwater unofficially with a 28. Rio Wild unofficially with a 30. Archers, please stay behind the shooting line. One brief announcement, please. World Cup Awards for the recurve women, Jun Sung Yoon. Recurve men, Brady Ellison. Compound women, Andrea Gales. And compound men, Braden Galantine. Please report to target 121 for the award ceremony. And the official score coming from Bruce Cull for Jesse Broadwater.
Jesse Broadwater, 28.
Rio Wild.
Rio Wild, 30.
It's official. Rio Wild is your 2013 Vegas champion. Congratulations to a Herculean effort by Jesse Broadwater to come out and compete injured on the largest indoor stage in the world.
Rio is sponsored by Hoyt, Easton, and Excel True Ball.